On the Radio is brought to you by Zurich Insurance, the perfect place to catch up with all things Melbourne. If you enjoy this content and want more inside access from the team, make sure you visit the club website.
Free kick to Brisbane.
To Greta Bodie.
Lightning strikes twice. It's Greta Bodie again.
And I reckon she's nearly exactly the same distance out as she was last time they played.
She would have relived that moment over and over. An opportunity for redemption. Similar spot. This time around, similar result. It doesn't make the distance. Melbourne with one of the great comeback victories of this NAB AFLW season. 17 points down at half-time. They win it by 3 points.
The thrilling conclusion to last night's game, agonisingly short from a Brisbane Lions perspective, joyously short from a Melbourne side of things. Mick Stinear is Melbourne's AFLW coach. Mick, great to have you on the program.
Morning, Gerard. Yeah, thanks for having us.
How does a coach go in such a moment? So you've experienced it before. Do you watch? Do you not watch?
Oh, yeah, it was quite remarkable given the similar thing played out last year when we played them. I was optimistic that it was right on Greta's range, but she had a good go at it, so definitely have to watch it all the way to the line. But no, the girls did well to close out the game, and pleased to get the win.
So I was watching 3-4 to nothing. I wouldn't have given much for your chances at that stage. What was kicking through your mind late in that second quarter?
Yeah, I was just trying to get control of the game back. I think Brisbane started with a frenetic pace, and they were just first to the ball and taking it forward and had a lot of speed on the ball, and it just caught us on the back foot, I think. And then thankfully we sort of slowly wrestled back a little bit of momentum, and that goal just before half time, I think, gave the group a bit of energy and a bit of hope, and then the chance to reset at half time and just settle everyone down. And I think the third quarter sort of set up the win. They sort of brought ourselves right back in the game, and last quarter, a little bit of an arm wrestle, but got our nose in front at the right time.
That goal late in the first half, so that's as good a goal as I've seen in AFLW. Daisy from the very last line, Taylor Harris, a contested mark at halfback, and then down the field. That felt like a moment, and in hindsight, it did prove to be.
Yeah, I think it took some individual moments like that in that first half to try and get a score. I think we didn't really have any flow or connection as a team in that first half. So certainly all on Brisbane's terms. But I think you just saw the class of a couple of high-quality players come together in that moment. And then we had more of those moments in the third quarter, I thought. But you're spot on. Daisy did a fantastic job of, trying to train her up as a key forward, and then she spent the whole game cleaning up across half-back. So she showed her footy IQ and her ability, and that she can still influence a game. And then, Taylor Harris's game was quite remarkable. Her aerial contests and, use of the ball in front of goal but up the field was fantastic. So thrilled that she was able to grab a hold of a game from start to finish.
So give us an insight into what you've seen with Taylor Harris, Mick. When she came, it was an acrimonious end at Carlton, which has been well documented and debated. Did you feel like there was any risk in bringing her into your environment, or did you think there was huge upside given what we'd seen before last season from her?
Yeah, I think initially any risk was put to bed just through a good, honest catch-up and, a couple of hours together just talking about the last couple of years and what Taylor had learnt from her time at Brisbane, her time at Carlton, and off-field, what life looked like, and how she was going and what she was wanting to achieve, and then sort of articulating what we're about as a club, what we value, and so any risk, I think, was put to bed quite early, and then like you said, just an enormous upside, and she's a remarkable athlete and loves the game, and I think this time. It's a lot to do with timing. I think Taylor has matured a lot as a person. She's got enormous balance in her life at the moment. She's got outside interests outside of footy, and I think she just is really enjoying playing with this group and playing her role for the team. And then she's able to switch off from footy as well. Like, I think chatting to her last night, she's a celebrant at a wedding at midday today.
Right.
So, like things like that give her, enormous balance and is healthy for her footy at this time. So, yeah, we're fortunate that the stars are sort of aligned at this stage, and she's playing great footy and loving it.
How unique a talent is she, Mick? So 7 contested marks last night. I think it was the 7 score involvements, the 2 goals herself. And when she imposed herself on the match, it was as if it gravitated around her.
Yeah, I think her power, her ability to launch and strong hands. I think Warren, her dad's a mechanic, so I think she attributes her hands to him. Daisy has said, the sound of Taylor kicking the ball, she's never heard anything like it. So there's definitely some unique attributes that is enjoyable to watch, and her teammates love playing with her, the way she competes and just creates a contest. And I think last night we saw she got a hold of them, but if she doesn't mark them, she certainly brings them to ground and brings others into the game.
And Daisy's role last night, you reference a wise head and a steady hand when it was really needed. When did you decide I just have to put her there to steady us up, or we're no chance?
Yeah, I think we had Kate Hoare doing a similar role in the first quarter, but then she's also a vital part of our forward line. So in the second quarter, we went with Daisy to really help our defenders and then drive our offense. Trying to counter attack. Brisbane was playing with a lot of speed and getting first to the ball, so we were hoping we could just change the momentum of the game with Daisy's help, and we certainly that started to happen. And in the third quarter, it all sort of clicked. And to Daisy's credit, she was taking a lot of risks and trying to generate a bit more energy with our ball movement, and I think the girls were inspired by that, and our offense came to life in that second half.
What could a win like that be worth? I mean, I guess we'll know pretty quickly. There's 2 loaded games on the weekend. What is it, Adelaide and Fremantle, and you'll play North Melbourne. Is it the sort of win that you could build your run home on?
Yeah, I think so. Any of those experiences, you come from, facing adversity in a game and you're sort of doubting yourself, and to come back against a quality side, and it just builds a lot of belief. Obviously that wasn't how we planned the game to go, but that's sort of not how footy works. But I think being able to win in different scenarios, even against Adelaide, they certainly jumped us and they were too strong, but we showed that we're capable towards the end of that game. We're certainly striving to be a more consistent team. And I think, each time we step out, we're improving and learning as a team, and a lot to be taken out of that game, but certainly some challenges ahead for us with North, Freo and Carlton to come. But it does keep us in the hunt for that top 2 finish, which I think is a huge advantage in this competition. We saw the 2 grand finalists last year benefit from that. So I think it puts us in good shape, but we're only as good as our next game now, so we'll prepare for North. I think it's the AFLW's Indigenous round this week, and we're out at Casey on Saturday night.
It's been a disjointed season, Mick. I imagine it's had its challenges. Will it smooth out from here, or are you just do you hand yourself over to the fact that it'll be in a flux the whole way through?
Yeah, I don't want to make any assumptions in this climate, but it does feel like now that the AFL has been able to settle the fixture, I think with WA opening their borders, and it does feel like it's just settled a little. I know Brisbane certainly did the hard yards with 3 games in 9 days. So there's been clubs impacted at different times. Really grateful for Fremantle and West Coast relocating to Melbourne to make sure we could get a season underway. So I feel like each of the different clubs have faced their own challenges, but there is that sense of things are just starting to level out and balance out a little bit, and the fixture giving a little bit of certainty helps that. Fingers crossed, things play out hopefully as planned for the rest of this season. There's certainly some good competition for those final spots, and certainly for that top 2.
It felt like last night's game had a beautiful sense of timing around it as well, with the conversation that has been going on for a couple of weeks now around what's transpiring this AFLW season and its worth and its place and its future. Did we see last night that's the reference point. That's how good it can be with two well-established teams and contenders, and that's what we should aspire to.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's been some challenges in tough conditions with scoring, and I think there's been a fair bit asked of teams and sort of individuals this season. But there's definitely some high quality talent in the competition, and there's some good teams out there that are raising the standard. And Brisbane's been one of those, along with Adelaide, since the competition's inception. So I think it's important we still just enjoy those moments like last night, and then keep supporting the clubs and the teams and women's footy as it continues to grow and improve.
Mick, always great to have a chance to have a chat. Well done last night. It was thrilling to watch, and good luck for what comes next.
Thanks, Gerard. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support.